Let me guess, you have battery banks in your RV, in your van, in your home for your solar system, whatever the case may be, in your boat, and you're worried about fires. So am I. That's why I learned about BUSBARS. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Monkey Wrench. I'm Kelly, the monkey with the wrench. I've got the blue shirt on and we're inside today, which means we're doing a review, and it happens to be Solar Sunday. So thanks for stopping by. Make sure you hit the like button, it's down below. Today we're going to be talking about the Pike Industries BusBar. Please subscribe. Look at this beefy thing as compared to my fingers, my hands. This thing is crazy big. It is a 400 amp solid copper coated in tin BusBar. These things are brilliant. You need to look at these whenever you're shopping for BusBars, because I can tell you that compared to the cheap ones on Amazon, this is what the BusBar material looks like. The cheap ones on Amazon are going to cause all kinds of issues down the road. On the back side, you see imprinted an arrow so that you know where the back one is and you know which end goes to your inverter. Not that that makes a whole lot of difference if you know about BusBars, but I do like the fact that they took the time to make this completely sturdy. I can't even twist this thing. It's beautiful. Take a look at this picture right here. And now you see the difference between the cheap BusBars on Amazon. Even the lead time BusBars are half the size of this BusBar. This thing is huge. It's thick. It's solid copper, plated in tin. Other BusBars are brass. You don't want brass. Brass heats up real quick, and heat equals energy loss. When your electricity is making something hot, that means it's using more power to heat up what it's touching rather than transferring the power to where you want it to go. It also can cause you all kinds of heat problems with fires. And that's why you're here at this video. So if you want to learn all about BusBars, I'm going to be making a full video on how to install them in a system. It's going to be coming up next week on Solar Sunday. But for now, we're talking about the Pike Industries BusBar and why you want it instead of the cheap crap off of Amazon. These things are made in America. The company says right there, assembled in Idaho, USA, and that is importante. We have 5/16 lugs right here, 1/2-inch nuts. All the materials are made exactly the same. You can get these in stainless steel if you're using them in a marine application or even outside. I chose to get these in zinc. This is grade 8 zinc. Everything on this bar is completely modular. Here's the red one. And here's, well, crap, part of the black one. And here's the reason why. Everything on these is completely modular. If you have a meltdown, if you have an issue, if you have a problem, you can change the parts out yourself. Very easy to put them back together. Start by putting your bolts back in the holes. If you need to replace a bolt, you can do that at any hardware store. You can change these to stainless if you like. Take your backing, put it in, and it just pops in place. Now my studs are back in place. Once you have it flipped up, take your spacers. They go in the top and they just fall down in place, and they stop your bolt from wiggling, and it gives you a nice spacer to fill in the gap. You can put your BusBar back on, then put your nuts on. And remember, kids, when you are tightening down your connections, you want to be able to make these things tight, tight, tight. A loose connection can cause energy loss, it can cause battery drain, and it can also cause intermittent power to whatever you're sending it to. According to the owner who emailed me personally, these bolts have been torqued down to 12 foot-pounds. Yes, 12 foot-pounds. Then they were heated up to 160 degrees and then they were let to cool down, and they were checked for torque again, and they completely held their torque over and over and over. That's important because under normal circumstances, you all know that metal can expand with heat and contract when it cools off, and these do not expand and contract enough to loosen the nuts on you. Loose nuts means loose connections, and you don't want that. So if you want a bus bar that is solid copper, not copper plated, not brass with copper plating, not brass with tin plating, solid copper bars coated in tin for protection, this is where you want to go. You've spent a lot of money on, hopefully, LiFePO batteries. You've spent a lot of money on your inverter. You've spent a lot of money on your solar panels. You've even spent a lot of money on your cables. The last thing you want to do is put a weak link in that chain and scrimp out and buy cheap, thin, flimsy bus bars that you're going to run all your electricity through, that's going to heat up, melt, and possibly cause a fire. The link for these will be down below. I am not an affiliate. I don't make a dime if you purchase them from Pike Industries. I'm just telling you, these are the best bus bars I've found on the market. They're 400 amps, means that you can put 4 batteries together at 100 amps a piece, and this bus bar will send all that power exactly where you want. And don't forget, when you have 4 batteries set up on a bus bar, if one fails, the power continues to come from the other 3 and still goes where you want it to go. If you daisy chain those batteries together with cables, not only do you need very, very thick cables, like 0 gauge wire cables that can cost up to 3 times what a 4 gauge wire can cost. If you have a failure in one of those batteries, it will shut down the rest of the system. You do not want to put your batteries together. If a BMS goes bad, say on battery number 2, guess what? The power from battery number 1 will never make it here, and the batteries will only be working on what's left after the failure point. That's why you want a bus bar. That's why you want to tune in on next week's video. That's why you want to check out the best. And in my opinion, Pike Industries is the best. It's made right here in America. Everything on this thing is nice and strong. It covers well. There's plenty of room on these lugs that you can even add inline fuses on each post. I can't say nice enough about this. So thanks so much to Pike Industries for these bus bars. We're going to put them to good use next week. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. It's somewhere between my chin and my balls. And I'll see you soon.